Alright, so as promised, I'm going to do a short little walk around on my new Kawasaki Versys 1000 LT, and there she is. Kind of aggressive looking front end. They changed the headlight from the previous versions, which were two round lights, one on top of one another, kind of like a over-under shotgun type thing. And I think what I like about this is these cool little air dams here, kind of add a little more downforce. And then I got these really cool LED fog lights here, which at nighttime, boy, let me tell you, they light up the world. I'll go up here. We've got a fully adjustable windscreen. I just turn this by hand and I can lower it. I'm going to bring it back up and tighten it up. I'm actually going to be putting on another windscreen that's a little bit taller and a little bit wider down here at the base. Kind of comes off at an angle a little bit more. It kind of matches up with that part of the motorcycle. And I'm going to do that because doing 70-75 down the interstate, that windscreen that's on there now, the stock one, just doesn't really protect you very well. I mean, I had to tuck down a lot, especially passing trucks and stuff, otherwise it just blows you all over the place. So I'm going to come around here. It comes standard with those hand guards right here, which is pretty cool. And these mirrors are freaking awesome for seeing. They got a really cool design, but they really light up everything behind you. I got three traction modes here. I'll turn it on and show you what I got. It's got ABS, but you see down here there's an F, and if I hit my select button, here we go, it's flashing now. So that's full power. The F stands for full power. I'll move it over, that's low power. That reduces the power by 25%. So it makes this 1043 cc motorcycle more like a 750 or 800 cc. And then you got the one that's flashing over here. Those are traction control settings. One is very little traction control. You can turn it off. Two, when I first got the bike, I rode in L2 because it, reduces your power and it prevents you from accidentally pulling a wheelie if you let the clutch out too quickly. I mean, I've tried taking off from a stoplight really fast, and the front wheel didn't even come up off the ground. And then you got mode 3, which is for wet riding conditions. And of course, you can turn it off too. And I'm gonna select that. I'm gonna go back to full power here. Yep. Okay. So, anyway, I can control most of this stuff here, like your trip and my miles and all of this stuff with these two buttons here. But I can also do it with this selector, which is what I was just using a second ago. And then, what else have I had added? Oh, I had the DC 12-volt adapter put in here so I can charge GPS and cell phones or whatever. And it came with a gear shifter selector. Let you know what gear you're in if you need it. I'm going to turn that off. So, I don't know if you can see it, but this paint just sparkles. It's beautiful. Down here, I had these really gnarly looking frame sliders put on. They were real futuristic looking. I figure they went really well with the whole front of the bike and everything. So, and it comes stock with these travel cases here, which are really easy to take off. You can actually do it with one hand. Just put the key in, turn it, lift this lever, slide it right back, it comes right off. I had to order that. It didn't come standard, which is unusual. And at some point I can put LED lights on the inside of here, so I can add turning signals and brake lights to that. And it comes pretty cool with this matching colored top. Same thing with this thing here. And I'm going to be changing the exhaust here. I got a Two Brothers S1R exhaust that I ordered. This thing is, it's alright, but you can't hear, you know, people pulling out in front of you and stuff. If I pull the clutch and rev the engine, they barely even hear me. So, and I want them to really hear me. I mean, I don't want one of those real bad exhausts that you hear on those crotch rockets or anything. Here, I'll even do a little sound test here so I can compare it later. At idle. That's stock. Alright. I mean, these are still so new that I haven't even taken the stickers off yet. And there's still a sticker on the back of the bike there that I didn't take off. One on the other side. But anyway, that's my 2015 Kawasaki Versys 1000 LT. That's my truck behind it, by the way. Well, not bad. I like it. Although the seat, I'm probably going to end up doing something with the seat too, because long trips, like anything over, I don't know, I find like an hour and 15 minutes or so I've got to stop because my tailbone is starting to hurt. So I might have it reshaped a little bit. There's a cycle shop down here that does that. It'll take a little bit out of the seat, or I can just buy a pad for it, or I can just replace it with like a Corbin or something. One more thing I wanted to add about these saddlebags. I don't normally run with these on, but I just had them on when I did my little trip to Destin and back, because it holds a lot of stuff. I mean, that top case alone can hold like 2 helmets, and I've got my motorcycle cover and a couple other things in there right now. And these little cases here, I've learned that these will actually hold, they can hold a helmet, or they can hold a case, a 12-pack case of beer, 16-ounce bottles. It's kind of nice. And of course, you know, you don't want to put too much weight on one side of the bike, so I didn't just buy one 12-pack. I had to buy 2 to level the weight off. But anyway, I normally take these off, and it kind of looks like a more of a sport bike. And they say these are adventure touring motorcycles. And this is not a really adventure touring, because it's not like a RS or GS 1200 or the KTM Adventure 1190 or whatever, which can also go off-road. This is a sport bike with touring features. So anyway, I'm going to put this in the garage here and